Greetings, I'm Dr. Afra. This is Uncle Owen's Barbecue, and you have chosen the right time to stop in. I know that for some of you we are familiar, and some of you are new.
Which means a lot of you have been breaking the first 2 rules of Fight Club.
But we welcome all fans that are new as well as old, some of which once never cared about galactic travels.
Not even a little.
But that changed, all because of a 50-year-old infant Djarin. And believe it or not, the characters who are connected,
and some 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon way,
to that Benjamin Button pointy-eared foundling, in today's special.
You're used to a gunship. She's a starfighter, so fly her like one.
Riot Mar. This bounty hunter gave an honest effort to procure Grogu after Djarin betrayed the guild. And, while pursuing the Razor Crest to do so in his custom-painted starfighter.
Yeah, but the paint's faded.
Yeah, but it's custom.
Mar was outmaneuvered and destroyed, but not before he caused considerable damages to the Razor Crest and attempted to steal one of the coolest shine-on quotes from any main character.
I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold.
Toro Calican. It's hard to say just what kind of bounty hunter this guy could have become if he only kept his eyes on the prize.
You don't know!
He allowed Shan to confuse him with a larger payday, and after taking the bait, the Mandalorian became his new target, and Calican sent Fennec Shand on her destined path to become half cyborg.
Question is, what's the other half?
As for Calican, he ended up in Beggar's Canyon, where he fed a hungry family of womp rats until they were full.
What do you mean, full?
Miggs Mayfield, prisoner outfit. After being captured, Miggs received a 50-year sentence for his role in the Bothan 5 prison break.
That seems a little too many.
Becoming just another inmate tasked with dismantling Imperial technology in a scrapyard, but was prematurely released, and after helping Din Djarin find Grogu, he was told he wouldn't return to confinement because he unfortunately died on the mission.
The warden tells me that your sentence was carried out by a firing squad of 1,000 hours.
It took him some time to figure it out. Subtle hints didn't seem to work, but you can't underestimate the power of body language. Carson Teva. Once he served alongside R5-D4 when he was in the Rebellion. Earning the rank of captain, he flew an X-Wing for the New Republic, and he slowly became aware of the obvious questionable activity still occurring in the Outer Rim.
If you need to search my car, feel free, because I've got... Oh, wait! Nothing to hide.
At first, suspicious of Razor Crest and the perplexing Mandalorian piloting it, later Teva allowed Djarin to leave after he discovered the Mandalorian's exploits. But not before he saved Djarin from Krykna spiders on Maldo Kreese. And I won't go so far as to say that they became friends, but they both earned the utmost respect of one another.
But the cops are kind of nice.
Trapper Wolf. This X-Wing pilot flew for the New Republic and attacked the Roost after the incident on the Bothan 5 prisoner transport. And he also has a bigger role in the galaxy.
Everybody here knows it.
Later, he was the wingman for Carson Teva.
No, I'm pretty sure it was you.
When Din Djarin failed to activate the Razor Crest emitting transponder.
You think I understand a word you say?
A type of registration. And while Wolf is inexperienced compared to Teva, at least he's a better pilot than Porkins.
Having a little trouble here.
I know aircraft better than most.
Frog Lady. Pelimoto organized an escort for this mysterious individual with an even more enigmatic name.
Mandy.
Nope.
Marilyn.
Nope.
Brittany.
Nope.
Tiffany.
Nope.
Din Djarin provided transport, and Frog Lady rested in the back while something little and green was told about boundaries.
Do not kiss her.
It's a good thing she can't count, because someone enjoyed more than just a few of the Frog Lady's eggs. She became reunited with her husband on Trask and even looked after Grogu while Din Djarin was on a mission to steal weapons with the Night Owls. If this gets a release, I hope we also get the transparent container of eggs that doubles as a backpack which Grogu can make a buffet out of. Dr. Pen Pershing. Specializing in clone engineering and working with the client when we first meet him, is later spared from any of the punishments we might expect to see Din Djarin expel.
He knows what he's doing.
I truly believe that he is like Dr. Avanzan. He is a rogue scientist who believes in what he is doing, and will prove that the calculations, no matter how crazy, are viable.
You're wrong, you think you're right, it makes you dangerous.
Dr. Penn Pershing. New Republic Amnesty Scientist Recycle L-52. After being shot by Cara Dune with a blaster,
So sorry, I thought it was a prop.
Penn Pershing betrayed Moff Gideon, which led to Din Djarin's infiltration of Gideon's light cruiser,
That's 100% you.
and was subsequently captured by the New Republic and placed into a recycle program meant to rehabilitate with supervision. He even befriends Elia Kane, who, upon the first opportunity, betrays the good doctor.
I think we all agree that was a mistake.
Lang. This mercenary with prior experience in enforcement operations worked as the captain of the guard for Morgan Elsbeth. Lang would briefly duel with Din Djarin, but would inevitably lose to the Mandalorian, fighting for a woman that he accepted a mission to fight for, but didn't exactly expect he would die for. As far as living up to the lone gunslinger type, or the category Djarin appears to belong, Lang could have been an ally. Instead, his cowardice earns him the opposite of a victory. Perhaps he'll be back?
No. Okay.
Valen Hess, a general in the Empire, was responsible for the attack on Burnin Khan, a mining facility in which an estimated 10,000 inhabitants and soldiers died during the execution of Operation Cinder.
Keep in mind, Operation Human Shield will suffer heavy losses.
Like Miggs Mayfield, Valen Hess lived through the event, but Hess would meet up with the former Imperial sniper again at a dining facility on Morak, where, at a private officer's table, Miggs would share a drink with his former commanding officer and raise a toast to the people that died under the general's watch.
Yeah, but there is nothing you can do about it.
Miggs Mayfield, this former Imperial sharpshooter, served with Valen Hess and lived through the destruction on Burnin Khan during Operation Cinder.
Better them than me.
Where the systematic eradication of not only thousands of civilians, but also hundreds, if not thousands of fellow troopers in his division took place in a matter of hours.
And he was good at what he did.
Far from the pain experienced on the faces of the victims as it occurred, but close enough to see more than enough death through the scope of his rifle. Now, Miggs works as a mercenary, but betraying partners isn't how one takes advantage of advancement opportunities.
Being a dirty cop is one of the higher shot-in-the-face percentage jobs.
Kin. Twin brother of Xi'an and prisoner on the Bothan 5. The prisoner transport he was rescued from and taken to Ranzar Malik.
Deliberately, purposefully.
Unbeknownst to him, Kin was in possession of a tracker that Din Djarin placed on him. This tracker alerted the New Republic to his location.
But sometimes in life you have to realize a poor investment.
Xi'an. This female Twi'lek mercenary came across Din Djarin a few times while taking work. But the time she'll remember most is when her team tried to double-cross the Mandalorian.
Are you guys being willfully dense?
And leave him on the transport her brother was to be rescued from, but was given the drop on by the believed to have been dispatched to Djarin. Din Djarin's letter of resignation to the entire company of this Twi'lek was something of legend, and it read as follows.
You.
Berg. This Deveronian was recruited by Ranzar Malik to rescue a Twi'lek prisoner from the Bothan 5.
Good luck.
Introduced as the imposing muscle who claimed to have never seen a Mandalorian, and
nobody tells the truth.
Despite his attributes, Berg was still no match for the Mandalorian, even with the element of surprise.
Wow, bang, surprise.
Ranzar Malik, also known by his fellow criminals as Ran. This rather portly, impolite, devious, unkempt,
Handsome, don't you dare forget handsome,
worked as a bounty hunter with Din Djarin, and after time passed, they came together once more to rescue the Twi'lek kin from prison transport.
That's not gonna work.
But when Din Djarin returned with a complete lack of crew, Ran attempted to disappoint Din Djarin by seeking retribution for his possibly deceased associates, only to find a double cross coming his way.
The double cross! Not to mention a nasty letter from the animal rights people.
If we don't get this figure soon, I'm afraid that it will become another character that is forgotten to time.
Well, you're not going to remember anyway.
Q90, also called Zero. This former protocol droid was a mercenary recruited to join a rescue team led by Miggs Mayfield and chosen to pilot the Razor Crest because of the millions of calculations per second that Zero can use to maneuver a starship faster than a speeding bullet and more powerful than
I do not want another single pop culture reference that
he would be useful in translating important information between species that otherwise wouldn't ever converse with one another. And the threat Zero poses, regardless of him operating on low power, isn't without a degree of fear. Even when he's asleep, he seems as if he's only waiting to hurt people. As always, if you missed any portion of our current menu, don't go anywhere. It will repeat expeditiously.
I don't understand it.
Nothing too complicated, easy to watch, simple to understand, and ends quicker than you want it to, just like the supernatural cinematic masterpiece, Oculus.
That's a good movie.
Riot Mar, Toro Calican,
Narcissism?
Miggs Mayfield, prisoner outfit,
You're just never gonna let me live that down.
Carson Teva,
Captain, better if you please.
Trapper Wolf, Frog Lady,
You still look like an ass to me.
Dr. Pershing,
I don't believe that man's ever been to medical school.
L52 Pen Pershing, Lang,
There's a storm coming in.
Valen Hess,
Bad for real estate values.
Miggs Mayfield,
His name isn't Warren.
Kin, Shion, Berg, Rinzar Malk, Q90.
These aren't the droids we're looking for.
If this was your first time at Uncle Owen's barbecue and you enjoyed your service, please hit that like button and leave a comment. If you want to leave a comment and don't know what to say, just let us know who your favorite Mandalorian is. Also, tap the bell so you'll know when we serve the freshest future order.
Oh, you gotta.
And the only way to become a frequently fed member is by subscribing to the channel. Thank you for choosing to spend your time with us. I'm Dr. Afra, and it has been a pleasure to entertain you with today's special.